and welcome to the Fantasy News Show from the Bottled Imp. My name is Ken Boyter and this is your weekly fix of fantasy news. On this week's show, get your glimpse of fantastic beasts, the Cataclysm is finally upon us, and a 180-foot horse gets a really good clean. But first, the Academy of Adventure Gaming Arts and Design have announced the nominees for their annual Origins Award. Now it's their 42nd year, and the Academy is made up of gaming experts and professionals, and the whole point of these awards is to promote sort of excellence and innovation amongst the gaming industry. And it's good to see there are a few fantasy titles who are up for nominations, of which Champions of Midgard is nominated for the best game, Medieval Academy and Welcome to the Dungeon are up for the best card game, and Frostgrave, Guild Ball, Wardhammer Age of Stigma and Wrath of Kings, they're all up for the best miniatures game. Obviously games that contain miniatures and are primarily a miniatures game. So there's also awards for the fan favourites in each category, but you do need to go to the Origins Games Fair to actually cast your vote, and that runs from the 15th to the 19th of June this year, and you can find out all of the nominations, the full list, on their website, which is originsaward.net, and we'll put all of these links into the description under the video. The Empress Railroad by Guy Haley is out now in paperback. It's set in the future, and civilization as we know it today has been completely blown away. There's been some sort of zombie plague that has wiped out most of humanity. Obviously, there are going to be a few survivors, and it concentrates on city-states that are battling out for control. And there's going to be monsters, like mutated creatures are going to be in there. There's also prehistoric resurrected monsters, so I guess that means dinosaurs, I'm not 100% sure. They're going to be thrown in for good measure, and I like to see this idea where, you know, you've got a civilization that has been, you know, at its peak, I guess like the Roman Empire or even the British Empire, and then it all collapses, and then it's what comes from the ashes. So that's what the book's about. It's about the restart of a new civilization. And Guy Haley is a prolific writer of lots of books. Mainly he's written Warhammer 40,000 books. Now I've not read any of his novels, but I'll be interested to start reading a few of the Warhammer ones as well. This one looks really good, and there is also a second book coming out in hardback, and that is called The Ghoul King, and it's in the same universe. In this universe they've called the Dreaming Cities universe, and that is out in July. The second trailer for Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is online right now, and it's J.K. Rowling's screenwriting debut. It's all based on her 2001 book, which is set in the Harry Potter universe, as you'd expect, and it's coming to the big screen. It does look amazing. The trailer does really, you know, evoke all of the Harry Potter-esque things that we love, and it's directed by David Yates. It has Eddie Redmayne as the star, and he was in Pillars of the Earth, and it's set in 1926 with the Hogwarts graduate and magizoologist, so a magician who studies mythical or magical creatures. Love that. His name is Newt Scamander, and he's attending the Medical Congress of the United States of America. Now, I don't want to go into too much about the detail of the plot, but let's put it this way. You can find it online if you want to. Things start to go a little bit awry, as you would imagine. It's being produced by Warner Brothers. It's got a big, expensive budget, so you can expect all the high, glossy action, and the CGI is going to be amazing. Obviously, J.K. Rowling has written some fantastic stories with the Harry Potter, so the story should be sound and the characters should be fun as well. You can check out the trailers. As I say, this is the second one, and there's lots of photographs from the film. If you'd like to see that, go to fantasticbeasts.co.uk. The film is actually out on the 18th of November, so not too long to wait, I guess. It'll soon be Christmas. The Cataclysm expansion for Talisman is out right now. Now, we've been excited about this for a long time, ever since it was announced, and the reason for the excitement is not, yes, it's a Talisman expansion and we love Talisman, but this one has a difference. Out goes the base board of the game, and in comes this Cataclysm board. So you don't use the base board, you have this board. You still need the base game to play, so with all the tokens and the adventure cards, etc. Now, that's a really interesting concept. You do get new adventure cards, you do get new spell cards, you get 5 new characters with this as well, and there's 2 new types of deck. One is the Denzian deck and one is the Remnants deck, and similar to the book we've just talked about, it's about kind of the civilization growing back to normality. As I say, you need the base game and Talisman. We know we've done lots of reviews of Talisman over the year, so check those out on our website. Not our website, well yes, we have it on our website, also on our YouTube channel. But we'll be reviewing the Cataclysm relatively soon. I'm excited to play it. A mysterious massive stone ball has been discovered in Bosnia. Archaeologist Dr. Sam Osmagakic, I think it sounded like Gargamel, didn't it? He discovered the stone in the Podjuvicil forest. Check that out. He discovered it in mid-March, and he believes it's the largest stone ball in the world. He estimates the radius to measure between 1.2 and 1.5 meters, because half of it is still underground. He sort of dug half of it out, and it does look huge. He believes that it's evidence of a lost civilization, and it's got a very high iron content. An early test suggests that it's going to be weighing more than 30 tons, which would make it the biggest stone sphere in Europe. They're just unsure how old it actually is. Now, what a great find. My imagination goes crazy with this. What on earth is it? Who made it? Why did they make it? Was it some sort of, mystical druids in a magical forest? They're using it for some sort of religious means. And this is what I mean. We're doing a writing series at the moment on our YouTube channel. And this is the sort of thing I mean by if you go into real life news stories, you can get inspired by something, so this definitely captures my imagination. Talking of which, the Westbury White Horse has been given a high pressure shower. Up to 20 abseiling volunteers have spent a weekend power cleaning the horse, and that horse was carved into a very, very steep hill, and it was looking a bit shabby and a little bit grey. And the last time it was washed was back in 2012 by the English Heritage. This, though, has been done by the Westbury Rotary Club. And once clean, the 180-foot high horse will be getting a new coat of white paint. What else? Yeah, I've got here. It was restored back in 1778, but many believe that it's far older than that, and it's thought to be originally carved way back in 878 AD. And it was all apparently to commemorate the King Alfred's victory over the Danes, now a certain battle. Now, they're not really 100% sure of that. However old it is, it is really cool. Now, I would love to go and see it, and maybe we should go to some more fancy type sites throughout the UK. That might be quite good to report back on those. Kickstarter news, Dark Souls, the board game, is from Steamforged Games. Now, this is based on the video game of the same name, the Dark Souls universe. It's going to be set there. It's for 1 to 4 players, and you each choose one of your core character classes, and then you have to explore various locations full of monsters, treasure, and obviously big deadly bosses. The game is packed full of miniatures, and it's got loads of tokens and cards. It does look amazing. And they've been very clever here. I think they've kept their campaign very simple, because there's just basically one pledge level for gamers and one pledge level for the traders. And you can obviously put the various add-ons as well. Now, £80 will get you the core game plus all the unlocked stretch goals. They do have playthrough videos as well, so you can see how it plays. Now, this is the staggering bit. It's already raised over £1 million. That is extraordinary. They got that in just under 24 hours. They were hoping to raise £50,000, and they got that in 3 minutes. That is crazy. So even though it is still backed, you've still got lots of time to back it if you want to get your hands on a copy. It's the 16th of May that it finishes. I'm very tempted, because something that's got that much of buzz, I don't know, it must be pretty good. I'm not sure though, we'll find out soon enough. Cavern Tavern is a fantasy worker placement game from Final Frontier Games where you have to serve drinks. Basically, you're a barkeep and you have to serve drinks and do chores and keep your customers happy. And I'm assuming drunk as well. It's for 2 to 5 players and all the action takes place in a fancy tavern that's owned by a really horrible and nasty dwarf called Nasty. And he is your boss. You have to keep him pleased as well. You get a load of components, including 21 dwarven design custom dice, and they're exclusive to Kickstarter. It does look really good. It looks a lot of fun, and they do have the full written details of how you play the game. It kind of reminds me of Lords of Waterdeep. Anyway, it does finish on the 20th of May. Dreaming Robot Press has 2 new fantasy book releases planned. A Witch's Kitchen by debut author Diana Sanchez and The Demon Girl's Song by Suzanne Jane Bigelow are young adult novels who are introducing us to 2 new fantasy worlds. A Witch's Kitchen is about Millie, who's a witch who can't do magic. Every spell she tries goes completely wrong, but she is a fantastic cook. And The Demon Girl's Song by No, actually not by, I should say here, I can't pronounce this. Here we go, once again. Andin Dal Rovi, she's the hero. And she's longing to escape her small town. She's very bored and she craves adventure. What she actually gets is a 1,000-year-old demon who's stuck in her head. And I'm assuming this demon isn't going to be telling her to do good things. Apparently she loses everything. It's Dreaming Robot's 4th Kickstarter campaign, so they do know what they're doing, and you can get a digital or a print copy, and also there are signed copies available from the authors. They will also have stretch goals that can be unlocked, and there's also details about the authors too. That's already funded, but you can obviously fund that if you like, and that finishes on the 18th of May. Bottled Imp news. Look out for my debut in Match Not Found. It's not strictly speaking fantasy, but there is a little bit of fantasy in this episode. I'm going to be playing Jeffrey, who is a Dungeons and Dragons role player. Now, I've not played Dungeons and Dragons in real life, but I've read up on it, and I've actually just bought the starter kit because I want to get into it and I want to review it for the Bottled Imp. The episode I'm in is this Friday, so what you can do is you can go onto YouTube and search for Match Not Found. It's written by Katie Sheldon and Alex Oakes, and it follows the love life, or the disastrous love life, of a character called Kat and her friends, and it's all kind of done like it's Skype, so it's like you're watching a Skype conversation. It is in its 2nd series, and as I say, you can check it out on YouTube. They've also got a website, which is matchnotfound.com, and they've got a Facebook page too. But that's all we have time for this week. So, thanks for watching, fellow apes. And remember, keep it unreal. Yeah, especially the news.